Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be talking about all things watermelon. Specifically, we'll be diving into how long you can store a whole watermelon and the shelf life of a cut berry. Whether you're enjoying a juicy slice on a hot summer day or using it in a refreshing salad, watermelon is a delicious and versatile fruit. But how long does it actually last? Can you keep a whole watermelon in your fridge for weeks? And what about those cut pieces? Do they spoil quickly? In this video, we'll answer all your watermelon storage questions. We'll cover the best ways to store both whole and cut watermelons, how to tell if they've gone bad, and some tips for making your watermelon last as long as possible. So, grab a slice, sit back, and let's learn all about watermelon storage. Store a whole, uncut watermelon in the refrigerator for up to 3 weeks. Place the watermelon on a shelf, not in a drawer. Drawers tend to be more humid, which can shorten the watermelon's shelf life. Do not wash the watermelon before storing it. This can introduce moisture and bacteria to the rind, which can lead to spoilage. If you cut into the watermelon, wrap the cut end tightly in plastic wrap or aluminum foil. This will help to prevent the watermelon from drying out and absorbing other flavors in the refrigerator. Storing a watermelon in a net can help to extend its shelf life by up to 2 weeks. Hang the watermelon in a cool, dry place, such as a garage or basement. Make sure the net is strong enough to support the weight of the watermelon. Check the watermelon regularly for signs of spoilage, such as soft spots or mold. Storing a watermelon in clay is a traditional method that can help to keep it fresh for up to 2 months. To store a watermelon in clay, first coat the watermelon in a thin layer of clay. Allow the clay to dry completely before storing the watermelon in a cool, dark place. Check the watermelon regularly for signs of spoilage. A cut watermelon can be stored in the refrigerator for up to 3 to 4 days. Wrap the cut watermelon tightly in plastic wrap or aluminum foil. Store the cut watermelon on a shelf, not in a drawer. Discard any cut watermelon that has been sitting out at room temperature for more than 2 hours. The shelf life of a cut berry depends on the type of berry. Strawberries, raspberries, and blueberries can be stored in the refrigerator for up to 3 days. Blackberries can be stored in the refrigerator for up to 2 days. To extend the shelf life of cut berries, wash them gently under cold running water and then pat them dry with a paper towel. Store the berries in an airtight container in the refrigerator. Whole watermelon, a whole, uncut watermelon can be stored at room temperature for up to 2 weeks. However, for optimal freshness, it's best to store it in the refrigerator, where it can last for up to 3 weeks. Cut watermelon should be stored in the refrigerator. To prevent it from drying out, wrap the cut pieces tightly in plastic wrap or store them in an airtight container. Cut watermelon will last in the refrigerator for 3 to 4 days. Interesting ideas. Watermelon rind. The rind of a watermelon can be used to make pickles, chutney, or even candied. Watermelon seeds. Watermelon seeds can be roasted and eaten as a snack. They are a good source of protein and healthy fats. Storage of cut watermelon in the refrigerator. Cut watermelon should be stored in the refrigerator at a temperature of 40 degrees Fahrenheit or below. At room temperature, cut watermelon can be stored at room temperature for up to 2 hours. However, it's important to note that the quality of the watermelon will deteriorate the longer it is stored at room temperature. In the freezer. Whole watermelon. A whole watermelon can be frozen for up to 6 months. To freeze a whole watermelon, cut it into large chunks and remove the seeds. Place the chunks in a freezer-safe bag or container. Cut watermelon. Cut watermelon can be frozen for up to 10 months. To freeze cut watermelon, place the pieces on a baking sheet and freeze them for 2 hours. Once frozen, transfer the pieces to a freezer-safe bag or container. Storage conditions at room temperature and in the refrigerator. Room temperature. When storing watermelon at room temperature, it's important to choose a cool, dry place out of direct sunlight. Refrigerator. When storing watermelon in the refrigerator, it's important to wrap it tightly in plastic wrap or store it in an airtight container. This will help to prevent the watermelon from drying out. Additional tips. When selecting a watermelon, choose one that is firm and heavy for its size. The rind should be smooth and free of blemishes. To ripen a watermelon, Store it at room temperature for a few days. Once a watermelon is cut, it's important to eat it within a few days. The quality of the watermelon will deteriorate the longer it is stored.